Today's video is sponsored by OneFootball. Get all the latest updates from the Premier League and hundreds of other top fixtures from around the world, as well as the latest scores, videos, fixtures, stats, and more for everything related to football. Link is in the description. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be talking about Master League. That's right, I'm going to do a bit of a series where I talk about Master League in PES 2020, or what I want to see, and I know it's not going to make a difference at this point in time, but still, my opinion is my opinion, and you can leave yours below. But I want to do a bit of a series where I discuss different sections of Master League, okay? So today, we're going to focus on the UI, which stands for User Interface. It's pretty much the menu system, the graphics of the game, how you intuitively move around between Master League and different sections, etc. And to have a look at it further, I've done a bit of a comparison between PES 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, so you guys can get a better feel for it. So before we get into it, let's talk about PES 2019's Master League real quick and what we were promised when you kind of look at the website itself. Now, they focused on three key changes, didn't they? They spoke about the International Cup, which I pretty much believe was in last year, so I don't really know why that became sort of a three main thing. Then we had negotiations for transfers were meant to be improved. I mean, were they? They're still, for me, a little bit ridiculous. You can get players you probably shouldn't. I know FIFA probably has the same problems, but the currency and the value of players, I think, now needs to be realistic. They need to stop with this low cap where you can get Ronaldo for 30, 40, 50 million. No, okay? He's not worth that much. He's worth way, way more. Lionel Messi's the same thing. They need to go in a realistic direction now. This isn't, the 1990s or the early 2000s or even 2010. This is nearly 2020. We want realism when it comes to salary, transfers, and all that, because it's just easier. We know how much players are valued as fans of football that watch the game all the time. We know that Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar are not worth, a Big Mac. They're worth a lot of money. So please, Konami, let's just increase the value of the players and make it realistic. What else? And they have more licensed leagues. Okay, that was the one thing that really was true, because they did. So, those are promised, but it was nothing. It's not enough, and this year it has to be a massive leap. It just has to be, but I don't think it will. Fingers crossed. Boom. But we'll see. Anyway, let's dive into now looking at sort of PES 2014 up until today. Okay, so this was PES 2014, way, long time ago now. Actually, the first game that came out with the Fox engine, as you guys know. And it's funny because I've had a couple of people come into my videos and say that PES 2014 was the best, simulation-wise and all that. And for me, it was rubbish. Honestly, I did not enjoy PES 2014 at all. And the problem was, it was not responsive in any shape or form. If you think PES 2019 wasn't responsive, play PES 2014. It was just an absolute nightmare to try and control your players and move the ball around. It was there wasn't much movement. You couldn't really play a pass where you want to. The animations lacked. I just didn't enjoy it, personally. It looked realistic, yes, but playing it, no, not fun. But this was the menu. It was simple. Very minimal, all the menu options were down the middle. You had players on the left. You could actually change, though, the team that you supported. It was kind of a cool feature that they did eradicate and got rid of for whatever purpose. But you could put your own players in there. As you can see here, we've got Rooney. Sorry, these aren't the best quality. It's what I could find. So you can actually go in there and change things, which is kind of cool to look at. Then we kind of had Master League. And let's actually look at the main menu first of all. And here it was. Basic in a nutshell, but the background was kind of cool, within a stadium or your home stadium. So we had forward time, information, my team, negotiation, system, top menu, and then in the right hand side you had your position, your club ranking. There was actually more, not in this version, we'll see later, but they had a couple of extra things that are not in today's game, pretty much. You've got your stats down the bottom, today's events. So it was a very bland kind of menu, but it was back in 2014. And then kind of looking at this is a reoccurring theme that you will see. Because every single year we have the same boring look about searching for players. Why can't we make it a little bit more exciting? Why can't we have a search button down here where you hit triangle or whatever on whatever console, you type in a player and it goes straight to him? Why do I have to back out, research, retype it, and then go forward again? Okay, ease of access. This is 2020 now we're talking about, going into. Everything has to be mainstream, quick, and easy. So then obviously we went to PES 2015, and there was quite a big difference, to be honest with you. You know, 14 to 15. 14 was, for me, half a game. It was half a game. And if you guys remember when it came out, a lot of the players' faces weren't even there. So it's almost like it was half a game made, and PES 2015, they managed to finish it because the menu system did take quite a leap. You know, you had Godin or whoever on the right. Once again, you could customize that, I believe. Could you? I think you could. Actually, I'm not quite sure. But you could pin your favorite game modes in the actual menu. It's got these little pin markers here. So if you're a big edit guy, mode kind of guy, you could whack it right there, and it wasn't a problem. So we kind of dive into Master League again. This was the main menu right here. Better than PES 2014. Still pretty standard, pretty basic, but you know, you had your stadium behind, whatever team you were managing. You had your name, your players, your team, your manager was right here, the trust level. That's actually hidden now within menus. Your next match was there, your league position, club ranking, season, and all the usual spiel on the left-hand side. So it was an okay menu, but it wasn't, you know, mind-blowing to say the least. But looking at players again, it was the same thing. So PES 2016 came around next. Very simple menu again, kind of the same. They went for the squares and the rectangles, and you know, they used the bumpers to go from one side of the menu to the other. You know, you had, once again though, there was a little bit of a dynamic background. There was movement. So that was always good. I can't remember again if you could change to your favorite team and then they would run around. You may have. I can't remember. It's been so long ago now. Then we move into Master League, and there's actually quite a big leap. Quite a big leap from this to this. So this was the old one. This was PES 2015. And then for 16, they did that. Way better. I mean, that is leaps and bounds better than that. You've got to agree. I mean, there's no question. So Konami actually, you know, did something in Master League, and this, honestly, I would have to say this menu right here, out of all of them, PES 2016 is probably the best. And I'll tell you why. There's more to see here. You actually have your team spirit, you have your formation. That's not in PES 2019. You've got your standings, your goal rankings, your next match. The calendar down here I quite like, to be honest. And then obviously you've got all your options up in the top. I actually like this menu, I have to say, and the background is not just grey, there's something behind it and it looks the part. I mean, agree or disagree, let me know, but I certainly like the look of that one. So then we had You Are the Manager. This has always been the same as well, something they could probably do better with. Once again, picking players was the same spiel. Just like I said, reoccurring. You know, they never really changed this. And then another look. And you can actually, you know, see the condition of players as well. So PES 2017 was launched. Menu system was very similar again. They did away with the whole background though. And they put this sort of movement type hexagon design. And, you know, they kind of made the boxes bigger. You know, they went more more elongated this way, and you had My Club, Master League, Become a Legend, and all the options. Okay, so that was PES 2017, and then you saw the menu in Master League. And we are going to have a comparison, by the way, of every single one with one big photo, so you guys will get the gist of it. But, you know, you can see they got rid of a couple of things. Why? I don't know. I don't know why they got rid of a few additions, and they just basically made the graphic bigger right here. That's all they did. And then we move down. This is just sort of when you're actually in the Champions League or whatever. The background isn't bad. You know, it had that whole little hexagon-y, pointy type design, as we say. But, you know, there's another same exact way of looking at players, comparing players. It never, ever has changed. So we move on to PES 2018, last year's edition. This was just picking sort of your club team lineup, your Master League lineup. I don't know, I couldn't really find any PES 2018 menus. They're all like concept ones, so and we're actually going to have a look at those after. So that was that. Once again, hexagons, or not hexagons, I've got hexagons on the mind. Rectangles were back, and then we move into Master League, and it kind of changed, didn't it? It changed from PES 2017 to 18 a little bit more. They removed that top navigation, they moved it down the left hand side. Yeah, and I just honestly think PES 2016's was the best, but we'll see that in a second. Then we have, once again, the players. This is training, but it's always the same. Player on the right, down the middle, info on the left. So there we have that. And then this is just another look at the menus with Luis Suarez. So then we move on to PES 2019, this year's edition. And honestly, menu-wise, very bland. I mean, the background just completely went full grey. You can't add any of your own background. You can't do anything like that. Instead of going for squares, they pretty much went for a more rounded approach. Look, I know they couldn't put the same menu out, so they thought, you know what, let's just round this off a little bit to make it look like we've done a whole lot. Now, they are faster, I'll give you that. They're very quick. They're intuitive. They do the part. But they look boring, if I'm being honest. For a PES 2019 game, it's not grabbing me by the gonads. So then we move into Master League. Now this is the game plan. We'll actually get to that afterwards. But this was a look at the Master League, and it is pretty much the same as PES 2018, minus the rectangles. I mean, that's it. It's all the same. The calendar's in the same position. The goal rankings is the same. The standings, the menu of the image is the same. Yeah, so that they did absolutely nothing from PES 2018 really, and it's the same deal with picking players, choosing them. This is more in the actual season. I mean, you have these little icons that tell you when something's going on, and then this was something I was looking at as well. Was the game plan, was the tactical side of things. It needs a fresh lick of paint. I think it's looking old now, a bit refurbished almost, and yeah, they need to come out saying just modernized, next level. It wouldn't be too hard really, but anyway, yeah, that is a look at everything from PES 2014 to 19. Now let's have a look at one image, and this one image will really explain and show you what I'm talking about when they haven't done a whole lot. So let's have a look at it. Okay, so here we go, Master League through the years. So let's start with PES 2014. So there it is, okay? As you can see, that's the menu for PES 2014. 15 came around and we went to that. Okay, you can kind of see the similar design. They just kind of made it a little bit shrunken down. Then 16 came around. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Massive. It's like they actually tried that year. 17 came around. There it is down the bottom. I mean, compare the two. And 17's actually worse than 16 because they removed team spirit, they removed the formation. I don't know why they did that. Well, that's something I would use, and it makes it easier for me to see how my team is, the lineup, the spirit, without having to go through menus. They got rid of that. They basically just made this image down here bigger. Then we had 18. Once again, all they pretty much did here was move the calendar to the right, and then move the navigation from the top to the left. There you go. And then 19 came around, and if you're looking at 19, it's basically 18, but they combined these two boxes and they changed these to a curved edge. That's it. So if you look at it from my point of view, I have to say PES 2016 looks better than 19. So now I actually wanted to show some sort of concept art that I've seen that I thought was quite interesting. Some of these are old, but I always think it's nice to look at other people's designs and what they sort of come up with. So this was made by James Garrett. He has a few of them. This was kind of the main menu. I mean, this is very, very similar to an old copy of PES 2015. But he had that one there. This one was quite interesting, just having this element here with some sort. I mean, you could incorporate this into Master League, couldn't you, and show a stat like that from a previous match that was really impressive with that player shooting or passing or something. You know, it's just an idea, but having a graphical look and feel about it, I think it looks quite nice. Then you've got the left-hand side exhibition, try become a legend, DLC there. I mean, some of these graphics you couldn't use because of licensing, but I think the overall concept is pretty nice to look at. This was something he came up with as well. I don't know if this was some social hub that he had, or this. Yeah, this is obviously press start. Sorry. So, yeah, just the way it's laid out, I think it looks better than now. You know, Konami, you have to use these. Just please use them and come up with something that is going to wow everyone. I mean, really impress us. This is his PES social hub that he did. So we had like a quick online match, role control clubs, add Twitter feed, training challenges. But, you know, simple, simplistic, looks good on the eye, you know, and it's easy to navigate. So that was actually his kind of concepts, which I actually thought were kind of cool. So this one was by Hawk Star Jack, from what I could see. This was for PES 2017. But once again, it's easy. Okay, you fit in a few things on the home screen, important things. I would like Konami to bring back the pinning option, by the way, so I'd have to keep scrolling a few tabs over to get the Master League. Just let me put it on the home page, because that's what I play often, and I can just click on it. But here you've got Kickoff, Master League, Play Online, Latest News, My Club. You know, the main things are there, and then you dive deeper into the other options in the menu, and this was just kind of a different sort of graphics. And honestly, the graphics make a game look so much better. They do. I know, look at Google. Google is simple, and it's just a search bar, and that's it. But this isn't Google. This is a video game. It has to have options, color, vibrancy, make me want to click on something. You know, call to action is very important. And here you've got some nice graphics that they've used quite well. So that was his couple of designs for PES 2017. There's no reason why you can't sort of reuse them and revamp them. Now this one was by Jarno, I believe, on Twitter, that he did for PES 2018. But this is quite nice. This is more of a modernized now kind of theme and menu. You know, we've got online divisions, play now, online co-op. You've got PES League, quick match, online match lobby. So this is obviously the match section. It's got a bit of a spelling error there, but we'll let that one slide. But you know why this is nice? Because it's got background to it as well. You know, if you could change Coutinho, pick your favorite player. These are little things, and I know to some people it may not be a big deal, but it's nice to add your own little touch. You know, we have edit mode and we have the option to add Manchester United's kit. Arsenal's already in there, but you know, any Premier League, any La Liga, Serie A, why can't we customize our game and put players that we want on the home page? Just, it's nice to have. So having that back would be really quite a nice addition. And then right here, this was actually, his Master League. This is a Master League mock-up that he did. And I think that is better than what they have. You know, forward time, wording wise, that's something that does annoy me. Not here, I'm talking about in PES 2019, etc. So you've got your forward time, you've got I think this was just news, choose your strategy, your standings. There could probably be more options on here, but the way it's laid out is very, very catchy. And then you've got your options at the top. So there you go, there's his kind of concept for Master League. Looks different, looks quite exciting. And then we had Mr. Big Zombie Monkey, as you know him probably very well. Very good kit designer, creator, and this was his menus. And he's sort of gone back to the old PES 2014-15 type look, in the sense that, you know, he's got a player on the right-hand side. Once again, it would be nice to put your own player in there, and I'm sure he would add that. Then you've got the Master League, the My Club, the PS Store, What's New, Play Now, and then the options at the top. Different design, because they're not triangles. I mean, they're kind of triangular-ish, but they're not squares. There's a different look and feel about it. So this is something else that could work. You know, it's not a boring, stagnant background like we've seen before. So, those are just some concept designs or concept designs that I like the look of. I found them, and I just think Konami need to rebrand the menus. Master League, definitely, and go from there. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's a real look at, you know, all the different PESs from the new Fox engine, and that's why I kind of did it from PES 2014 up until now. You know, there's just, you know, you look at, like I said, 14 to 15, not much of a leap. 16, they really took a big leap, and now it's got boring again, and they need to go 19 to 20 needs to be a big leap again. I mean, if you have a look here at PES 2019 itself, just the way the menu's set up, it's not clear. It is a nightmare for me. I don't think you know, I've played PES right every single year for God knows how long, and I still have problems finding where things are. You know, we've got system, okay. I mean, judging by that, I guess that's sort of the settings, okay. Database, that really could be anything. Manager's office, all right. I mean, my team info, team management is probably the one that stands out. Okay, that's more about your team. And then forward time, you go forward. But you know, the wording of some of these, the way they're laid out, there needs to be this actually, you know what, this is exactly how it needs to be. They need to change it so that you can go through different menus by simply clicking R1. Master League needs to have a menu system with boxes. It does. It needs to show, and I can't really use this example on here, but there needs to be options within options that you don't have to click through 1,000 sub-menus. You just press R1 and it goes to team management. You click R1 and it goes to my team info, and then there's boxes that give you options and you can visually see what they are. I don't like having it like this. It's poor. That's what it is. And next year for PES 2020, Konami have to pull their finger out, come out with a new design, get the community to do it if you want. I don't mind. Just get something that's just new and fresh, and that will at least add something extra to the Master League, okay? Because right now the menus are not good enough, and for me personally, I've been disappointed. I mean, leave your opinions below. I know they're just menus, but I like things visually, and I do graphic design, digital design at work. It's something I always kind of look into and I'm interested in, and certainly in video games now, if something looks crap, looks bland, some people just turn a blind eye to it and just say, I don't want to play it. So we'll see. We'll see what they have next year. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you agree, disagree? I just wanted to do a bit of a comparison, talk about 2020, what they need to do to improve it. And if you have any concept ideas or anything like that, obviously shoot them over to Konami and give them something to grasp at, because the community can do some pretty darn good things. We've seen that. And maybe next year, Konami will show that they're capable of putting out some modernized sexual designs. Wait and see. But until next time, I hope you guys did enjoy this. We'll do this for a couple of things. So today was about the UI, about the menu system, about how it needs to improve. And then, I don't know, give me ideas below of what you want me to talk about. Obviously, gameplay, but I did sort of a gameplay one already. Transfers is something we can talk about, definitely. Sort of go from there. The game plan, the formation system, how that works, I think that's a little bit outdated now, needs to be refined as well. So yeah, I'll have a bit of a think about it, get some more videos out for the preparation of PES 2020. But until next time, I hope you guys did enjoy it. Subscribe for more, leave your impressions below, and take care.